rapper rapper B.o.B wants to use crowdfunding to prove that the earth is flat. And whoever wrote the copy for Facebook said he really doesn't understand the gravity of the situation.
We're the Riffsters. It's a podcast and a rap show.
What's up, kids? We're live again. It's happening again. The Riffsters podcast. I actually think this is our 10th episode. Holy crap. I didn't even realize that. I think this is the 10th episode of the Riffsters podcast, which is super cool. We had some technical difficulties a second ago, which is why the live video started a little bit late. But Trent is here. Wouldn't expect anything less from our number one fan, our Riffsters loyalty card holder, Trent Tofty. I guess I'll go ahead and get started then, right? So basically, what I wanted to do today, which I thought would be kind of fun since I'm podcasting solo again, since I'm riding solo, as Jason Derulo would say, I thought it'd be funny to go through the news, basically go down both Facebook and Yahoo and just see what's trending, what are the popular stories. We kind of decided we want to be a little more topical with the Riffsters podcast. We want to talk about things that are a little bit more in the zeitgeist. That's a word, look it up. And basically just kind of discuss things that are a little bit more topical and trending. So I'm going to go just through the news and just kind of read it and react to it, and hopefully that's funny and entertaining content, and you don't feel like you want to kill me because I wasted an hour of your evening. If you do feel that way, I urge you to reconsider. Please don't kill me for wasting an hour of your evening. So, let me go. I got my computer here. Got my lovely Facebook going on. And I'm gonna just see what's the deal, what's going on in the news. I'm on the science and technology tab of Facebook here. And it says, let's see, nerve in France, in Lyon, France, a nerve implant restores consciousness to man in vegetative state. What? Stimulation of the vagus nerve. That sounds dirty. The vagus nerve allows patient who has been in vegetative state for 15 years to track object with his eyes. That's nuts. That's crazy, because that means that people who are in like a coma or I guess a vegetative state can, like, that's a huge leap, I think, in human technology, if that's like a thing, because then you could basically resuscitate people who are on the verge of passing, I guess, right? Because usually people put people into a vegetative state, into a coma, sometimes because they just can't live by themselves, I guess. But if you could then bring them back from that, or you know what, there's potential for it to become a situation where it's like like you can medically induce a coma and then bring someone back out of it if that technology evolves far enough. And because I know everything about science and know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm not making this up, the next logical step of this would be bringing people back from cryogenic stasis. That's a sci-fi thing. That's really cool. I've always wished we would advance in my lifetime to the point where we could do cryostasis, because truly that's how we unlock the key to the stars, right? That's how we get to other planets, because they're so far away. The only way to do it logistically is to cryo-freeze, to freeze human beings on giant spaceships and send them for potentially thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and have them end up, like on a different planet, and then awake but still be however old they were when they got frozen. And I imagine that the way that you achieve that is by, as this article says, stimulating the vagus nerve. I still think that's really funny, so I just want to keep saying it. The vagus nerve. I'll show you a stimulation of the vagus nerve. I'm just kidding. That is a funny name for a nerve, though. I bet you it's pronounced like Vegas. It's Vagus. I bet you it's like Vegas or vagus, or it could be a silent G. It could be a vahus. but I think it's funnier if it's the vagus nerve. But yeah, I feel like that'd be really cool. What was I talking about? Oh, cryostasis, because obviously that's related to this somehow. I think it'd be, I hope we achieve that in my lifetime. I really that's what I really want to happen, because that's the only way we're ever going to expand past Earth and colonize other planets, because like the nearest, I think they found like a Earth-like planet that's near Jupiter, but that's obviously way too far away for us to get to. So we would have to put people in the cryosleep. But then here's the problem with that, is if shit goes wrong, then people could potentially be stuck in cryostasis for way longer than they're supposed to. And there's a movie called Pandorum, where a bunch of people are traveling off of Earth to go to a new planet and colonize that planet, but something goes wrong and the ship crash lands in, well, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, but the ship crash lands in one of the oceans of that new planet, and it's been buried in the ocean for like thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So these humans were supposed to be awakened like thousands of years prior to this, but they were stuck in the ocean because the ship crash landed. And then people wake up and then they figure out what's going on. They finally get to the surface. Anyway, point is, that could be dangerous, because then you just end up with a bunch of frozen human popsicles at the bottom of an ocean of a moon of Jupiter, and then that doesn't really help the human race. So anyway, that was kind of a weird tangent to go off of on this nerve implant thing, but a cool story nonetheless. I'm gonna go to, let's go to, what is this, entertainment trending. Let's see what this is. Rapper B.o.B wants to use crowdfunding to prove that the Earth is flat, and whoever wrote the copy for Facebook said he really doesn't understand the gravity of the situation. This guy, man. Let me just talk about B.o.B for a second, because I loved B.o.B. Like when I was in college, like that's when I discovered him, and I was all about his music. He had a song called Beast Mode that I really, really loved. Shut up, kid. Jesus Christ. Hold on. There we go. Close my window so these asshole kids don't bother me while I'm podcasting. It's obviously way more important than their stupid moonlit walk. You dick. What was I talking about? B.o.B. Yeah, I love his music. I used to love his music. I used to love his music because his old stuff was really good, and then it's just been progressively getting worse and worse and worse. And he has a song called Beast Mode that's like one of my favorite rap songs of all time. But he was like ready to go, man. He was on the trajectory to be like one of the more talented artists, and he's just totally fallen off the face of the Earth that he thinks is flat. Callback. See what I did there? But now he's like trying to be relevant again by constantly doing this flat Earth shit, and it's like, dude, have you ever flown on an airplane ever? Because if you have, you can see the curvature of the Earth. You can literally see that it does this. Like, it doesn't do this, it does this, it does this. That's how the Earth works. Have you ever been in any classroom ever in your life that has a globe that's definitely a circle and not a square? I just don't, like, this isn't one of those opinion things. Like, an opinion is like, I don't like the taste of coffee. Like, the Earth being round is like factual evidence. So I kind of actually want to see, so I wonder if this is he wants to use crowdfunding or he already has started the crowdfund, because, okay, got it. More information. The campaign started Friday with a goal. Oh, so it did start. This is great. The campaign started Friday with a goal to raise $200,000. Approx figures that's probably, quote, enough for a small economy class satellite. Only $225 has been raised so far. This is fantastic. This is amazing. Okay, alright, so he legitimately has a GoFundMe, and he's raised $276 of his $200,000 goal to create satellites to send up into space to figure out if the Earth is flat. And this is amazing to me because that's exactly what NASA did to figure out that the Earth was flat in the first place. So he's trying to raise $200,000, not to donate to hurricane relief, not to donate to social programs or to the arts, not even to fund an album of his music that sucks now. But he wants to raise $200,000 in order to prove a thing that scientists proved like 40 years ago. I mean, be smarter. Like, just be smart. Just take a first grade class. Just go to first grade. That's it. Like, it's fine if you didn't go to college. It's fine if you didn't go to high school. It's fine if you didn't go to middle school. It's fine if you didn't go through second through fifth grades. But just go to first grade. Hey, you out there. Do you think the Earth is flat? Definitely go to first grade. Definitely just go straight to first grade and ask the teacher and have her show you this thing called a globe. And then definitely don't start a GoFundMe to raise $200,000 to prove a thing that's already been proven. Multiple times. Multiple space trips. Multiple space shuttles gone up. Airplanes fly around the globe all the time. Like, ask a pilot. You know what? Don't even go to first grade. Just find someone who's a pilot. Just go to any airport, get on any airplane, go to the front, ask the pilot, hey, got a question. Earth flat, Earth round? And he'll say, hey, look at this thing that's a definitely sophisticated technological piece of equipment that shows me that the Earth is round and that a plane has to go like this to get around the globe. Question answered. $200,000 saved. And then donate the $276 that you've raised to hurricane relief or something else. God, this guy's a moron, man. Oh my God, it just keeps getting better. There's comments from people that are donating to his cause, saying, to the truth, #stay woke. Earth is flat, peace, B.o.B. When/if you do, make sure you let me know. I've been trying to tell folks that there is no curve, therefore the Earth is not a globe, since your Hot 97 interview. You led me to the light. Checked out your catalog after figure out the truth. Checked out your catalog after figure out the truth for myself. This person obviously has an education, for sure. Unbelievable, man. Oh boy, here's a guy that says there are no such thing as satellites. This guy we gotta walk even further back, because first we have to convince him that satellites exist in order to get to the actual task at hand, which is to convince him that the Earth is round. This guy says, I think this is a great idea. Someone needs to scientifically prove the Earth may be flat. Wouldn't all of you naysayers be surprised if it is? What did I just say? Like, what did we just go over? What do you think NASA does? What do you think the point was of going to the moon? So, this is my thing with people nowadays, man. It's like, they're so concerned with their opinion that they don't bother to see facts or trust in evidence. So, my question is, if you don't trust in evidence, if you don't trust in facts proven by experts, then what the fuck do you believe is real? Like, what about your reality is a true thing to you? Because if you don't believe in experts, then that means that you don't believe facts and studies, which means you don't believe objective reality, which means even if you experience something for yourself, you still wouldn't believe it. Even if you saw it with your own eyes that contradicted your opinion, you still wouldn't believe it, which means you're a prick who has an opinion that means more to you than facts, which means you don't live in the real world, which means you're obviously an interdimensional monster, which means obviously we should call the Guardians of the Galaxy and they should destroy you. That's my opinion. So, you don't believe in facts, you should be taken out by the Guardians of the Galaxy. You don't believe in facts? Rocket Raccoon should fire a rocket up your raccoon. That's a slang for butt in this instance. You don't believe in facts? You don't trust experts? Drax should definitely knife your face off. You don't believe in facts? You don't believe in evidence? Gamora should for sure strangle you out with her thighs. I can't believe this, man. I'm really glad it's only $276 that have been donated, but even that is ludicrous. Wow. There's a video too. I'll watch that later and cry. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's keep going through our little tour of the internet here. Let's see. No, not much there. Anything in the world of sports? No, not seeing anything there. Politics, I don't know if I want to touch. That's a touchy subject, and I know we have plenty of viewers of all walks of life that watch the Riffsters because obviously we're super popular. So, we'll skip the politics section of the news. Let me go to Yahoo News and see if there's anything else interesting. But Yahoo stuff. See, this is all politics too. That's the tough thing here. Let's see. What do we got that's interesting to talk about? It's all just national anthem protest stuff, which I don't even want to get into. North Korea claims Trump declared war with a tweet. This is a thing we can talk about because I don't understand this at all. This whole, I just don't understand Kim Jong-il. Or Un. Is it Un or Il? No, is it... Who's the current... Oh yeah, Kim Jong-un. I don't... And maybe they'll cyber attack nuke my phone while I'm saying this. Because they can do that or whatever. But, what's your goal, dude? From me to you. What are you trying to achieve? So, let's walk it through the steps. You get nuclear weapons. You then can nuke people, which means you can destroy things, but you know that nukes will essentially decimate the world order and Earth as we know it and human society will cease to exist. So, if all you want to do is be really powerful, power requires that you have people to lord your power over. It requires that there be people that exist and are not dead in order for you to have power over them. So if there's no people, you don't really have power, do you? Because you can't be powerful by yourself, because then you're just by yourself. So if you nuke the world and everyone kills each other and somehow you survive, who do you have power, what are you gonna rule? Do you know what I mean? What's your end game here? Because then you can't do any of the fun things that you do, like kill people in your country or enslave your population or I don't know, I just don't get it. It's just we know if someone launches a nuke, someone else is going to launch a nuke, and then 3 other people are going to launch nukes, and then everyone's going to die and we'll probably blow up the planet. So it's maybe he's terminally ill. Maybe he's terminally ill, and that's why he doesn't, you know what, that would actually explain a lot, because then that would explain why he doesn't seem to care that we're going down a path of destroying each other, because if he's already got a terminal illness and he's going to die anyway, then it would kind of make sense that someone who has nothing left to live for would do crazy ass shit all the time. That's interesting. I wouldn't rule that out as a possibility. Honestly, I wouldn't. Can you imagine if that story broke a year from now, and the 2 of you, 3 of you that watch this are going to be yo, Riffsters podcast, not only a great source of entertainment, but also an excellent journalistic source for breaking important stories before anyone else. Write it down. remember that I called it right here today on September 25th, 2017. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't know. If I was a dictator, I would want to just do fun stuff. Like obviously I wouldn't kill people, but if I would just found myself in a dictatorial position, that's kind of a fun dictatorial position. Man, there's a lot of dirty stuff going on in this podcast. We had the vagus nerve. Now we have dictatorial positions. What was I talking? Oh yeah. Yeah, if I was a dictator, I think I wouldn't be mean, but let's just say I inherited a situation where I ruled over a country and I had all the wealth and the military was at my disposal, which I guess is kind of mean, but besides the point. If I had all that power, I would just be having fun. Zero part of me would waste any time building missiles, watching missiles be fired, testing missiles. You wouldn't even catch me anywhere near any sort of weapons. I would be in a pool. I'd be ordering Mai Tais for breakfast and Moscow Mules for dinner, and I'd be playing video games, and I would be go-karting, and I'd be driving my golf cart around on the golf course, but not playing golf, just being there just to drive the golf cart, because we all know that's what everybody actually wants to do on a golf course. And I would be lighting things on fire peacefully, just to watch it burn because it's fun. And I would be creating a habitat in my backyard for really exotic wild animals, because that would be cool. So tigers. Oh, I would definitely create a wildlife habitat for foxes, because that's my favorite animal. So I'd be creating a fox land basically in my backyard. I'd hire many personal chefs to cook me food all the time that I really, really wanted. I would probably build a shopping mall in my backyard where I didn't have to pay for anything because I'd already bought all this stuff, but it gives you the sensation of getting to walk into a store and just get whatever you want. And I guess the point I'm making is these are all the things that I would be doing instead of spending all my time threatening people and trying to launch nuclear missiles. I just don't understand why that's fun. This guy rules over a country where he has absolute power and can do anything he wants. And the way he chooses to spend his time is sitting at a table on a tarmac watching a missile be fired and trying actively to destroy the planet. That's such a true supervillain agenda. Just zero sense, zero logic, doesn't achieve anything for your country. Just pure chaos and wanting to destroy everything. I just don't understand. But then again, he's probably crazy, so that probably makes sense. Because then you can't rash. He's probably one of those. He's one of those villains that's just nutso. He's like the Joker. The Joker would want to destroy everything. There's no reasoning with that guy. It's that. You know what? It's like that line in The Dark Knight where Alfred's some criminals can't be bought or bargained with. They just want to watch the world burn. There we go. That's it. That's Kim Jong-un. He's the fucking Joker. So, leads us to the obvious question, which is, where is Batman? Because that's obviously what we need right now, is a Batman to stop the Joker from unleashing chaos and hell on the planet. That was my tie-in to nerdy culture, because this is a nerdy podcast, and that's how I brought a serious topic back into a place where it's kind of fun, right? Did I? Did I not? I don't know. Who cares? 2 people are watching this. Just basically talking to myself in a room. Just musing about things, but I guess that's what podcasting is at the end of the day. Trent says, duh, you are the Batman. That's true. That's fair. You're right, I am the Batman. I don't know if I would want to be Batman, but this is a real thing I want to do later in life, is it's my goal to make millions and millions of dollars and be super wealthy, but not just so that I can live a fun life and have a good time, but I also want to basically at some point in life secretly hire like either one or several like ex special forces, special forces operatives, like a like someone from the American Special Forces, someone from the SAS, someone from the Israeli, like just get like a team of like colors of the rainbow, like all the best special forces operatives from all the major special forces units in different countries around the world. And I basically want to use my portion of my fortune to give them all the best shit, all the best tools, all the best like weapons and technology, cutting edge stuff, and then create like a cool outfit for them that's like so their identity is concealed, and then basically just like really secretly send them to do things that nobody else is willing to do. So like just send them to take out these dictators. So just like airdrop them in, pew pew, pluck pluck, and then like I don't know how you revert what the opposite of an airdrop is, but like that thing in the Dark Knight where he like skyhook, I think he called it, where he just like he extracts the guy from Hong Kong. Like that would be great. And like think about it, you take out the dictator, right? And then another person takes his place, right? Because they wouldn't just give up. They'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's second command. So second command takes his place. We drop in the Batman, as I'm going to call him right now. We drop in the Batman again. Pew pew, blah blah. Okay, so the replacement's done. The dictator's done. The replacement's done. So then there's probably a third guy that's probably going to step into that position. And then like 3 or 4 days after he does that, airdrop, pluck pluck. Now he's gone too. You would think after the 3rd or 4th replacement of the dictator that gets taken out, the next person would be like, hey, you know what? Every single person that's taken that role has been assassinated, and I kind of think I don't want to end up like that. Maybe we should stop doing this. And then basically that would solve the problem. So you just keep doing that to all the bad people in the world, and everyone that tries to take the bad person's place, you take them out too, because these dudes are highly trained and have access to all the best technology that I've given them in our secret lair behind a volcano waterfall in some island in the tropics, so that it's equidistant to all parts of the world. That doesn't make any sense, but in my head it did. And yeah, that would be my goal in life, kind of, would be to basically hire a bunch of Batmen to take out all the bad guys, and I'll just bankroll them and be like, yo, this is our contribution to humanity, and this is what we're going to do to help make the world a better place. It's just take out all the bad people, and there'd be nothing wrong with that, and nobody would be corrupt because I'm incorruptible, and it'd be a great solution, and everything would be better that way. So basically what's cool about this is if you're watching this podcast or listening to this podcast and you've heard me talk about this now, like 25 years from now, when that becomes a reality, you'll be one of a very few select number of people who knows the truth about who bankrolls the Batman, or whatever I end up calling them. Actually, what would I call them? Like it's gotta be something like sneaky, like not the ninjas, because that's already a thing, but like what's an animal that's like really sneaky and stealthy? Like the Panthers. No, that's already, because the Black Panther is already a thing. Like what's an animal that sneaks up on you, sneaks up on its prey, and takes it out? Like the Gators? Maybe the Gators. No, then it can't be the Gators, because that just sounds like a football team. Anyway, I'll figure it out. Sneaky like a fox. That's true. They could be the foxes. But then anyone who knows the world famous musician, producer, screenwriter, actor, director, Volpe, will probably be able to hedge a guess that I used some of my publicly made billions to bankroll that enterprise. So that the foxes may not be a good name either. It might be a little too on the nose. So I'll come up with something. I'll think of something. Like maybe it'd be like the hyenas. I don't know if they're stealthy, but that just sounds kind of cool. And they'll leave like a calling card too, and it'll be great. And like everyone will be like on news networks, like, "Who are the hyenas?" Like the police are still searching for the identity of the mysterious men that are taking out people in the world, but they're also not complaining because they're doing their job for them, and everything's better now. But they leave the calling card of the hyenas, and they're the hyenas. So that's probably what we should call them, because they left a card behind that says, "Hey, like when you talk about this on the news, call us the hyenas." So that's what we're gonna call them. The Wolverines is pretty cool. That was a suggestion in the comments just now. That's a pretty cool name, actually. That might throw the scent off my trail, because then people might think it's Hugh Jackman. So that would be cool. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I got plenty of time to figure that out. Because I don't think I'm going to, as much as I'd like to be, I don't think I'm going to be that wealthy in the next 5 to 10 years. So basically what I'm saying is a warning to all the bad guys out there, is get your shit together. You got about 25 years. Enjoy it. Because me and the Batman, me and the Wolverines, me and the hyenas, we're coming for you. In I do math really quick. What's 2017? Well, I guess we're basically in 2018 now. Plus 25 is a 43. 2043. In the year 2043, watch your shit, because we're coming for you. And we're gonna pew pew and blah blah. And then everyone will be like, yay, yay. That's what I should title this podcast. Pew pew, blah blah, yay, yay. That's funny. I think I legitimately am going to title this podcast that. And people will be like, what the hell does that mean? Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up for now, because the 2 people watching this are probably tired of hearing me talk. I'm a little tired of hearing me talk. I'm also just tired in general. I got really drunk 2 nights ago after a wedding, and I'm still kind of like a little hungover from that. So usually I'm much more animated, but hence my slightly down demeanor today. And but we talked about some good stuff, and I think what I want to do at the end of all the Riffsters podcasts from now is the idea is to start with one topic and riff to another topic and see where conversation leads us. So I think it's fun to track backwards then to see how we got to where we were at the end of the conversation and what we started with. So I think I started with news, reading the news. We read about the vagus nerve, the vagina nerve, which, if tickled properly, can wake people up from comas or vegetative states. And that led us to talking about cryostasis, which led us to talking about the movie Pandorum. And then that led us to another story about B.o.B trying to crowdfund satellites to prove that the Earth is in fact round, when all he really needs to do is go to a first grade classroom and look at a globe. So that was that. And then that led us to how did we get to North Korea? How did that happen? Does anybody remember? Because I'm blanking on what happened between B.o.B and North Korea. I think maybe I gave up on Facebook News and I went to Yahoo News, and there was nothing there, and I was trying to avoid political stuff. That's right. So then I saw an article, a headline about North Korea, and then North Korea led us to talking about dictators, and dictators led us to talking about my solution to dictators, which is the hyenas, and my superhero team that I'm going to put together when I have enough money to bankroll it. So we got from the vagus nerve to my superhero team called the hyenas. Pretty cool. Pretty fun conversation. Several topics, multiple riffs. I'm going to sign off, but please check us out next week. Again, same time, same channel, same place. Trying really hard not to sneeze right now. Sorry. Okay, passed. Yeah, we'll be live again next Monday. Hopefully my companions will join me again, or at least one of them. As much as I love doing these solo podcasts, I think it's a lot more fun when we can bounce off of each other. But, life is busy. Shit gets in the way. Sometimes people have to do things and they can't be there for their podcast. But like I said before, as long as one of us is living, breathing, and every bone in our body is not broken, and we're capable of pressing a button that says go live, we'll be live in some capacity. And hopefully you still enjoy it, even when it's just me rambling on about stupid things. So anyway, thanks for joining. Have a good night. Check us out next Monday, same time-ish, same channel. We're the Riffsters. Gonna do my random sign-off phrase. Gonna count myself down. 3, 2, 1. Kill it. That was lame, but kind of oddly topical given what we were talking about. Anyway, peace out, guys. Signing off.